What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So yesterday Juventus played Sassuolo away from home and lost 1-0, and it was a horrible performance. Let's get into this review. So Juventus went away to Sassuolo yesterday with a changed formation, which was quite surprising. Barbieri started as a right wing back. Now Barbieri has played for the club before, but he has played in friendlies that happened after the World Cup, in particular against Arsenal, against that Belgium team, which I can't really remember the name. So obviously he did start against those teams, but he also did start against Sassuolo, and it was quite a surprise because he has never started an official game for Juventus, if I'm not mistaken, and it really didn't make much sense to me and most of the fan base, because it seemed like it was because he wanted to rest players. And to be honest, I don't think that Cuadrado really needs resting. I mean, he returned from injury like 3 weeks ago and he has been playing regularly ever since, so why he would rest him now is a bit weird to me. Also, considering that we have players like Kostic who have literally been used like bars of soap, who he isn't resting for someone like Eating Jr., who has proved in the past that he is quite good at the left wing back position. So overall, it was quite weird the fact that Barbieri started this match and someone like Eating Jr. didn't. Like, if you wanted to rest someone, it would surely be the likes of Kostic, Danilo, etc. You know, these guys who have played a lot of matches and a lot of minutes for Juventus, and who you would probably want to ready for that Sporting game on Thursday. Regardless, although Barbieri didn't really impress, he was still solid. That was by far not the problem for us yesterday. The main problem yesterday is that we created absolutely nothing for 90 minutes in attack. And these performances, we've seen them in the past for Juventus this season in particular. The two matches against Monza are a prime example of performances like this, where we basically create nothing in attack, just sit in defense and hope we get a goal off maybe a corner. And it's really starting to get worrying, because sure, Allegri has done a really good job ever since we got those points deducted, and you know, with that 8-9 match win streak where we had like 9 clean sheets in a row or something, you know, that was really impressive. But we can't ignore the fact that these performances are becoming a bit too common for our liking, especially considering that looking at the fixture list of Serie A games that we do have to end the season, this was probably one of the easiest. With all respect to Sassuolo, we still have opponents like Napoli, like Milan we have to face, and there are a lot of tough opponents in these last fixtures, and Sassuolo and Verona are probably the easiest ones out of them all. So it really sucks that we are dropping points, and not only dropping points, we are losing to teams like Sassuolo. As I said before, with all due respect to them, this is a game which we should have won 100%, but again, we created absolutely nothing in attack. And again, this might show that Allegri might be a bit dependent on individual brilliance by time to time, and I understand that a lot of managers do have that, but you can't always hope that, you know, Di Maria or Chiesa or Vlahovic or whoever it is can make something happen. I mean, you have to go into the game with some sort of game plan and attack, and to be honest, you can't tell me that he had a game plan for this game. I mean, playing Vlahovic and Milik up top, I know it has worked in the past, but really, when you don't have players like Di Maria in there, even Cuadrado to cross in the ball, you can't really make anything happen, because they're two lone 9 strikers who are quite similar. They're both tall, they both can finish quite well, and having them two just stay in attack there with no one feeding them decent balls. I mean, Vlahovic did make a lot of good runs, but there was just no service today. I know we like to judge Vlahovic for his performances, but let's be honest, against Sassuolo, he made the runs, he just didn't get the service. And it really seemed that Juventus team didn't really want it yesterday. Even when Di Maria, Chiesa, all these players came on, it didn't seem like we really were ever going to score, despite the fact that after like the 65th, 70th minute and onward, basically after we conceded the goal, we were having possession way more and attacking way more, but again, it never seemed like we were ever going to score. And we really got lucky, because it could have been 2-0 or 3-0 had Sassuolo not just blown their chances and had Danilo not come in with some crucial tackles. So again, this really makes me question whether or not Allegri can be the long-term manager for Juventus, because although these 1-0 wins are nice, we can't just go into matches with no game plan and attack and just hope we somehow defend really well and find a goal. It's just not consistent enough, and it just cannot work. Regardless, our next match is in the Europa League against Sporting Lisbon away, where thankfully we have to defend a 1-0 win and we don't have to necessarily win the game. So hopefully we see a way better performance away to Sporting, but I'm not too confident, if I'm gonna be honest. Regardless, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think about this game? If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more content, and see you in the next one.